It's just Selena.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. We're tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Oh, hi.
I just had a
This is
I just had a thought. I just had a thought.
yeah.
I
What's
think
up?
it's about time. I think it's about time you update that introduction because the team got smaller. It's time to revamp it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is. It is time. It is time. It is time. What are we gonna do about that? You want to do another one? You want to do another one? We just do it from scratch.
I don't even look like that anymore. We need something.
You're right. You're right. We're right. We're gonna have to do it from scratch. Huh?
That's 2 years old. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. You know what, man? We need to all meet up like one time for the one time. We need to all meet up one time for the one time. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
somewhere on the globe that makes sense for everybody since we're on both opposite ends. Like
Mhm.
that's the craziest part. Like you're in DC, we're in California. You know what I'm saying? We used to be like kind of crazy everywhere. Somebody was in Texas, somebody's in Canada. Like, what's going on here? What is this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. All right, y'all. So look, while we rediscuss doing the intro at a later date. All right, this episode 220. Okay, we're titling this episode Derrick Jaxn's wife. Okay. All right, because this story is sad. Okay, we're gonna open with it. This is depressing. Okay, I've never heard anything like it. Like it made me just sit in my car at lunch. Like, well, no, I didn't hear this at lunch, but sit in my car afterward, and I was just sitting there just listening to it. I'm like, man, this is depressing. I didn't even leave work. Like I'm in the parking lot to leave. I'm just like, who could do this? And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm talking about this. All right. So here we go. Run the tape. Run the footage.
What did that do to you?
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where it's like, I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there.
That's crazy.
You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And that is a low point to be. And I'm tearing up a little bit because that I hate that I even got to a point where that was a thing, but that it was just that. And so I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. I completely lost myself. I became a shell of myself. I tried to imitate their hair, their actions, even sexual things that I had seen him doing with them. I tried to recreate that in our life when we were engaged, and none of it amounted to anything.
So Dania Jaxn, okay. Dania Jaxn, that's her name, man. Shar, I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead, get your thoughts out.
It's Denia, by the way. Denia Jaxn.
Denia. Oh my god, I can't pronounce nothing. You know this. That's where Frankie. Where's Frankie to pronounce stuff for me?
Okay, so there's a couple of things to unpack from this. One, we all, where do I begin? Okay, so I've been following Derrick Jaxn for years. Not necessarily, I won't say that, I'll be honest with you, I take a lot of people who who call themselves relationship experts, whatever. I always take them with a grain of salt. So I won't say I would listen to him for advice, but he was handsome, he had a way with the camera, and he had a following. So because of those three things, I just naturally would watch all his stuff that he would, release. So I'm very familiar with who he is. So I will personally say, when the news broke out that like he was a fraud all these years that he was putting out these videos, I was shocked. And so following, he made a very concerning video that clearly showed that the man is extremely narcissistic and a psychopath. Because in this video, he was talking in third person about himself as if, so he, like the way we're talking about him right now is the way he was talking about himself. And it was very odd. And you could tell something was off. So with that, my point is watching just, I'm going to say the video was maybe 5 minutes, that behavior lets me know that this man is dangerous when it comes to women, which means men with his kind of behavior are able to brainwash women, right? And you can tell from the way that she back then, and it looks, she looks to be a way better than she was back then. When she would start coming out with videos defending him, and you could tell that sis was not all the way there, and he had gotten to her. And so my point for saying all this is leading up to a certain point here. So you add in those factors. I personally, I've never experienced this as a woman, but I do know enough about narcissistic behavior and the way that those men operate that it has you feeling very insecure and very on high alert, and doing things out of the usual that you probably would never do because they have brainwashed you in a way to where you believe, I don't want to say believe, but you just would do things that you normally wouldn't do if you were sane, right? So to hear her explaining how she was looking at these women and trying to imitate them is because he had brainwashed her to believe that she could not compare to all these women he was cheating on her with. And that was his whole point. Wanted her to believe that, to tear her down, to have her in a place where her self-esteem was so demolished that he felt higher as a human being, right?
Right.
And so because of those factors and those circumstances, I can understand in her case why she felt the need to do that. Because she felt like she had to imitate these other women to get his attention. She felt like she had, like, there must be something wrong with me for you to want to go out and cheat on me. Like, what do they have that I don't? And so I understand where she's coming from with that kind of mindset, right? I will say that listening to this video, the only thing she said that has me kind of curious is, where did she get these videos of them having sex? Was he saving these videos and she found them? Did he have a collection in his house? Like, how did she get access to sex videos of them? That also is a whole different category of things. Which if this man was saving sex videos of them, then this man he has all kinds of different issues, like on top of narcissism. Like there's a lot going on. So I will stop there.
Okay, so I don't disagree with you at all on any point you made. I have no disagreements at all. However, I will say this first of all to start out. Fuck Derrick Jaxn. You know what I'm saying? Right there. That's one. Two, I believe he was so bold, he made her watch them. He's like, this is what you can do better.
Okay.
You want me to not cheat? Like, this is what you could do. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably was like, what could you do? I love you, da 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 da. This. And he's like, yeah, let's sit here and watch it. Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the, whatever the heck he was doing with those other women. And my thing is, like to do that to her, like to know who she was like, and what she, because they known each other for a really long time. Like they were together for a really long time. And I don't know how people could do that to somebody. That level of evil, not just like random infidelity. We're not talking about just random infidelity. That's different than literally manipulating your spouse and the person that's supposed to be the love of your life, somebody that you've done all of this life stuff with. Because I guarantee you, on the bottom end, he's gonna be feeling it. This is a Tyler Perry movie. I promise. She's gonna be up. It's not like she's not even an ugly woman. You know what I'm saying? She's not. She was just that messed up in the head that it was affecting her out. Her inside was affecting her outside. But now that her inside is correct, you can see her outside better, which is absolutely it's one of those. Anyway, I just want to say that hopefully she just finishes healing. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, she found someone that could treat her a whole lot better. Cause dude, I remember being online. Dudes, we knew he was. We knew what he was, and we were saying it over and over and over again. And everybody was like, nah, y'all just haters, y'all wish y'all could be like, the comment section was just like that. And then all of a sudden, all the men, we were like, we knew it. We knew it. We told y'all this man was full of it. Because we know. Because we full of it too. Like, let's keep it spade. We know the tricks. We know the games. It's just some men are willing to go way past what other men find reasonable. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with women too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their limit of white lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their limit. And then there becomes lying, and then there becomes manipulation, and then there's all these degrees that are above, and you know what I'm saying, and he just did everything foul, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, and to the women that knew he was married, y'all trash, y'all scum.
Yeah, I do want to add that I understand that narcissistic is the most overused word in the last 3 years. But if you truly wanted to know what the real definition of narcissistic is, Derrick Jaxn is narcissistic to a T. He has all of the behaviors, all the traits, every last part of narcissism is him. Because I know that people just been throwing this term around, you know, every chance they get. But no, this is narcissism.
Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna insert a clip of the video. Okay, this is gonna break this podcast gonna break a little bit, and y'all gonna see the video where he was talking to himself in the third person. Because, like you said, that was wild to me. I'm like, is Bray even here? Like, is he serious right now?
The truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. All of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out.
Whenever you start referring to yourself in third person,
thank you.
That's how you know that you're in trouble.
Like, he's like, Derrick Jaxn, you know what I'm saying, is sorry and apologizes. Like, fam, who are you then?
Yeah, exactly. It's wild.
Like, this ain't Moon Knight. You ain't schizophrenic. You ain't got multi-personality disorder, fam. Like, how many personalities you got? Talking about some Derrick Jaxn cheating. Who this man is then? But anyway, moving along to a another wild situation. So this woman asked a group of men, what should a woman do if she's in an abusive relationship? And y'all listen, what they end up replying to her, I ain't never heard it before in my life. This clip went viral for like multi-platinum viral.
If there's someone that's very, very young and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18, 19, 20, a year into the relationship, it gets really, really abusive. Even though it might be rare from what you guys think. It is. If it would happen, what would you recommend for those people? Would they divorce, or do you want them to keep going in the relationship?
Keep going. You can't divorce. That's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive?
You got to endure. People are too...
You want to stick in the relationship?
People are just... I mean, look, people nowadays are just...
For anyone
situation.
that might be in that situation, what would you recommend?
Okay, endure.
I'll tell you what,
I'll tell you what.
It is such an extreme example that I can't give a prescription for what other people should do.
What about if two people get married, they have a kid, and then the wife starts cheating? Do you think they should divorce?
Absolutely. Jesus himself said in cases of adultery, divorce is
So you think that
permissible.
divorce is worse than physical abuse?
For the
Or
children?
cheating, sorry. You think that cheating is worse than physical abuse?
For the
Sorry.
children, yes.
I think I'm not going to say this is worse.
Divorce is worse for the children.
Yeah, okay. So Shar, I'll let you go first. I love hearing women's thoughts on this. Bro was like, endure. I'm like, this ain't no physical therapy. This ain't no marathon. Like, this ain't no workout.
I really hope that whoever watches this podcast ain't taking this advice, because let me tell you, the moment a man thinks he gonna lay his hand on me, I'm gone. Bye. I'm not staying through shit. No, absolutely not. No, bye. Boy, bye. First of all, cheating is a deal breaker for me, and so is physical abuse. But the bigger issue at hand in this video is that clearly these men are sexist, because they said if you're a woman and you're in a physically abusive relationship, you have no right to divorce him. That's giving up too easy. That's also narcissism and sexism. And then they proceeded to say if a woman cheated on a man, he should leave her. That right there tells me everything I need to know about them. They are definitely the types to toy with a woman's emotions, be out every night with different women, come home and be abusing her. Nah, run far away. These men just told you exactly who they were. Whoever watches this show, because I don't watch shit like that. Run far away. These men are walking red flags. Save yourself heartache. And please do not take advice from them. I personally have learned there are only certain people I can go to for advice. I don't just take advice from idiots online. And this is an example why.
Yeah. So, okay. So, first of all, them dudes is probably simps in real life. Okay. They probably simps in real life, and they just portray something that they think will get them girls, but it doesn't work out that way. And they end up still having to pay for it. All right. That's factoid number one. All right. Number two, there's no world where divorce is worse than abuse. I'm sorry. Your child being raised in a home and seeing the other parent be abused by the other parent is far worse outcome, because you're literally creating a child that knows violence, that knows dysfunction, and they're going to think it's normal, and they're going to carry it on into their next relationship unless they break the cycle.
The cycle continues.
Yep. It just becomes cyclical. So no, do not endure. Leave immediately, baby girl. Leave, run. Matter of fact, leave your stuff, start over. Leave the stuff, start over. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's no amount of you enduring that's going to change him. You know what I'm saying? Notice they didn't even offer any prescription for the male's behavior. No prescriptions at all.
Yeah, those men agreeing to those men's stance lets me know they all hit their women. All of them are abusive. Because no man who does not hit a woman would agree with that. Not one.
Yeah. Like the immediate response would be, why are you hitting her? Like, why?
Exactly.
Like, why are we on this path? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But I really feel like these podcasts are the ones that need to be shut down. Like, shut them down. Yeah. They say the most outlandish, like, bullshit. And there's somebody watching that believes it. there's somebody out there watching that's bought into what they're saying, that's bought into what they're doing. And it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Yeah, like man, like, and they this podcast has been viral numerous times for them saying just crazy stuff. Like at one on the milder end, like they can make they'll make a point, but then where they go with it, it's always horrific. It's always something really bad. And I'm just stuck wondering, like, how did y'all have 1 million subscribers? Like people have to know this is entertainment.
Yeah, because unfortunately, you can sit up here and you can have a educational conversation, but as soon as you do that, you're gonna have less views than somebody who says stuff like that for clickbait, for viral stuff, right? Like people would rather watch. They like drama. They like watching stuff. That's how Derrick Jaxn blew up. He got on there and pretended to be somebody, and people fell for it. You know, like
yeah, man. Too bad I have a soul. Like I have a soul, I have a heart. Like I can't do that type of stuff to people. Like what? Like, she shouldn't divorce. She should endure, get hit on. You know what I'm saying? Like they wanted Tina to stay with Ike. That's what they wanted. Like that's the situation they wanted. They wanted to stay with Ike till it got really bad and she died. Till death do us part.
Sad.
Yeah, absolutely sickening. We got one more video for y'all. And this girl, you know what? I'm gonna let the doctors tell you what she did. Because I can't. There's no words.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Freaking out of me. I didn't know what to do. Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth. It was not crying or nothing. What did you do to it? Okay, stop right here. Stop.
Sir, do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months? Nothing was crying. Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail? Nothing was crying.
Okay.
I couldn't really. It was a little choppy.
Oh, what the video was?
Yeah.
You couldn't hear it?
I mean, I could hear it, but there were certain parts where I understand what was going on.
Okay. So I'll backfill you. So basically, the doctor walks in. She says, "Hey," and that's why the other doctor is standing at the door because they don't want them to run away because they're gonna go to jail. Somebody's going to jail. So she goes to the bed. They found a dead baby in the trash can. They found a dead baby in the trash can. And they're like, "Hey, we found a baby in the trash can," because they knew she was full-term pregnant. And they're like, "Yo, there should be a child." You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? People don't just get pregnant and all that. So she, as soon as she says it, the girl admits to it. She's like, "It was crying." Like the baby was crying. So she threw the baby in the trash because the baby was crying. And she's like, she felt like she didn't know what to do. I'm like, you're at the hospital.
Wait, she killed the baby?
Yes, because she threw a baby in the trash can. Yeah.
Sounds like
baby suffocated.
Sounds like she got something mental going on. You don't just throw babies like that.
Nah. Even look, she's an adult. Like, I get stuff happens, but you're an adult. Like, you can't put a baby in a trash can.
How old is this girl?
19.
No, okay, so she's not an adult. She's a child. Yeah, she might be an adult.
Yeah, that is an adult.
Yeah, but clearly if her mother is that upset with her, it's because she still cares for her. She still takes care of her. She's not like on her own or anything, right? And she
Yeah.
felt some kind of way to where it sounds like her mom didn't know she was pregnant, right? From what I was getting,
the mom knew she was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
The mom knew she was pregnant. She was trying to figure out how far along the baby was. That's what she asked. She's like, was the baby full term?
So she had this baby.
Mm-hmm.
She gave birth to this baby. The baby got on her nerves, was crying, and she threw the baby in the trash can because it was crying, and now the baby is dead.
Yes.
She's a murderer. She's going to jail.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying is that's not normal behavior. To me, it sounds like she's got some mental stuff going on. No, and I've heard of people, they might not want a child, they might go place it on a doorstep so somebody can grab the baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of people unfortunately, I have heard of people putting babies in the trash, but the baby was still alive and somebody found the baby. But the fact that you threw this baby so hard, it died, something is not right with her in the head.
Yeah, but I don't like, cause I feel like if this was like, I hate to do this comparison, but I feel like if it was a young dude, like we wouldn't be giving him the same cop out at 19. Like, no, dude, take care of your child. Like there wouldn't be no, oh, you're mentally unstable.
Well, I'm not, if a man threw his baby in the trash can and it died, I still would think something is mentally wrong. No sane person is like, I'm just gonna throw the baby because their crying is getting on my nerves. Something is wrong, and something's wrong with them. And she's just sitting there like, well, it was crying. Like, no, that's something is mentally off.
Yeah, because she just wanted out of the situation. And my thing is, this is happening in New Mexico. Abortion is legal. She could have gotten an abortion at any given point in time. She could have just gotten an abortion.
Or she could have given the baby up for adoption, something.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, she had a lot of choices early on, like to where she could have gotten rid of the baby legally and been cool.
No, I feel for that baby. That really sucks for that baby. But unfortunately, she's 19. She's old enough to know better. So she's a murderer. She has to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the bigger video that for some reason would not download, which I was getting frustrated with, like the police get there and they're confused. They're like, he said, wait, hold on. You found a what? like you can see he was taken aback. Like the officer didn't know how to respond. He's like, in the hospital, he's like, how? He's like, okay, so she put the baby in. You're sure? Like he was that in disbelief. Like he couldn't fathom that somebody would do that. Like, and I don't know what she thought was gonna happen. Like you
I'm
don't
telling
think...
you that I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like there's certain behaviors that people that like shoot up schools, like just people who do outrageous stuff. I'm not excusing their behavior, like they don't know right from wrong. There's mentally something wrong for you to do something like that and just go back to the hospital bed like nothing happened. And then when they question you, well, the baby was crying. Like that's not okay. Something is wrong.
Yeah. She's finna do a long time in jail because, like, you're in New Mexico. Like they're kind of conservative a bit.
Like over here, and jails over there. I heard the jails over there.
New Mexico, not Mexico. She's in the United States.
Oh, New Mexico. Okay.
Yeah, New Mexico. She's in New Mexico, but it's a conservative. So, like, they gonna make an example out of her. Like they are. Like I'm already knowing. Like she's gonna get in front of a judge, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, like she's probably finna do the next 20 to 30 years in jail."
It's really sad for the baby. I hate that had to happen to that baby.
She not only threw away the baby, she threw away her life.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, she wow, man.
But there was a sentence her mom said, I told you about this, which means she must have done some crazy stuff before. I told you about this. Like, that lets me know that she's done psycho shit like this before. I'm telling you, something is wrong with this, with her.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Now that you say that, the mom didn't sound as so shocked as she should. Like,
it was more so like I expected this from you, but damn, why you have to do it now? Like with the baby, like, you know?
Yeah.
Something's not right. Her mom knows something's not right, and maybe we don't know the full details, but maybe like she didn't take her meds that day. Because I'm telling you, something mentally not okay.
Yeah, and I mean, man, like, you're in the hospital. All you got to do is say, "Yo, I don't want the baby." They have the resources to get the baby to check. It happens all the time. Women come in, they give birth. You know what? Nah.
And they can take care of the baby. Like, it's so unfortunate. And then if you're at least going to do that, why don't you wait until you leave the hospital? Why then the hospital? Like, it's just wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All these factors let me know some screws are missing at the top.
Yeah. No, that is an absolute fact. Yeah, some real screws are missing. I don't know what the heck she could do, man. Like, at this, like, she's done. Like, she's like, they're gonna cuff her to the hospital bed, which is gonna be wild. She's gonna recover from her pregnancy and go straight to booking.
Pretty much.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Like that, man. I don't want to hear those words, like, ever. Like, I never want to hear that phrase. You like, I don't want to hear none of my Miranda rights ever. I don't want to be Mirandized at any point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something like, nah. And man, like, I know the mother, the family, like, man, it's gonna be a tough. There's so many ramifications to that, like, in the fallout from that. Like, not only did the mother lose her granddaughter or grandson, whatever, the grandbaby, she lost her daughter in the same moment.
Yeah.
Like, her daughter's gone pretty much for the next couple decades. It might be the rest of her life. She might never hug her child again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a band. If that was my child, I ain't paying for no attorney. Like, you guilty, like, plead guilty, do your time. That's exactly what I'm gonna tell my child. Plead guilty, do your time, or you better find some money. I hope your friends love you. But I'm sure when you tell them what you're accused of, they're gonna be like, click. I wish somebody would call me. Yo, I need help with it. What happened? What happened? Oh, they're saying I put my baby in a trash can. Click.
Right.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, but anyway, y'all, this has been a man, this actually got heavier and heavier. This was not as fun as I thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be fun. Like, I thought I had more jokes, and then I was like,
you told me the topics was gonna be fun. That's why I didn't laugh, and I was like this the whole time.
Yeah, I got problems. I thought this was gonna be fun. I ain't got put my baby in the trash can problems, but I got problems because I really thought this was a good idea. But anyway, yeah, I know.
Everyone sitting there, I was like, dang, it's too.
It just can't get worse. I'm wrong for this. I'm wrong for this whole episode, man. I apologize to y'all.
Just name the episode trash. Pretty much, just trash.
Just trash. Bashura. Oh Oh my God, man. Oh, well, look, y'all. Hopefully y'all in
we pretty much the news. This one I'm watching news to be depressing. Like we're pretty much the news on this episode.
Well, this has been your morning news because it's coming out tomorrow morning. Oh, your day isn't as depressing as this episode is. Y'all, hey, look, I'm serious. Y'all, hopefully y'all have a good day because I really fucked up.
As long as you know.
I'm working on next week right now. I'm not doing this again. We could have laughed, damn it. Yeah. I'm finding the stories right now. We gonna laugh. I can't do this again. Oh, that hurt my heart. I can't believe I did this to us. Oh, hey, y'all have a good one.
The truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. All of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out.
Whenever you start referring to yourself in third person,
thank you.
That's how you know that you're in trouble. Here's a definite stall tactic from anybody that's in trouble. They list the same thing. He was like, affair, cheating, misdoing.